The magician asks the spectator to cut the deck into 4 random piles. Then the spectator follows a luck ritual that the farther it goes, the more chaotic it gets. Once the ritual is complete, the spectator has been able to find for himself not only 1, but the 4 aces. So look, just before that, to create a contrast and see how lucky I am naturally, because it's not about me, it's about the ritual I'm about to show you, I'm gonna cut to 4 random piles like this.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see which type of cards I got. I got a 5, I got a 2, okay. I got another, oh, okay, well, you know, we have double pair. Somehow I'm kind of lucky, naturally speaking.
Okay.
But to be honest, I will not bet much with it, yeah? So if that is true, if that ritual works, because I can tell you 100% it always works, why not put it in the test? And I want you to be the one doing it, so you can take notes of it, and you also at home, you can take notes of it, and you can win any poker game. So do you mind please taking the deck?
Okay.
I don't want to influence the ritual for you, okay? So yeah, square it up. So I want you to do as I did, so can you please make 4 equal piles more or less? There we go, perfect. Okay, wow, you're very accurate, I like it, good. So the ritual goes as follows. We're gonna take the first packet, so take it. And because the first packet, you're gonna take the top card and deal it down to the bottom of the, yes, perfect. And now you're gonna deal 1 card on top of each packet, yeah?
Like this?
Yes, perfect. And now you leave it there.
Okay.
So far, so good, right?
Easy.
Okay, now let's go for the second one. And guess what's happened?
The first card?
The first, it's the second,
cards.
2 cards. So you get 2 cards, yes?
2.
And now you deal 1 card on top of each packet.
1 card on top of each packet.
Perfect. Yeah, leave it there.
Here.
And guess now what's gonna happen with the third?
So now it's 3 cards.
Yes,
Okay.
perfect. But wait, I don't want you to think, take one or 2 or 3.
1.
But I don't want you to think that this is kind of mathematical. So you can maybe get the last card and you can maybe lose it in the middle.
Okay.
Do you want? Or
Sure, let's go.
okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want you to think it's all the time the same procedure. So leave it there.
We don't put on the...
Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so good aspect that you're paying attention. I like it.
Of course,
Good.
of course.
Okay, perfect.
And now 4.
Yes.
And I can do whatever I want with the 4.
Look, take it.
Okay.
Now take the first one and put it bottom. You can, instead of getting 1, take 2. Yeah? Do you want to lose them in the middle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And now the fourth one, the last one,
Uh-huh.
do you want to maybe lose them in another packet?
Can I?
If you want. Do you want?
Let's go.
So lose it somewhere in the packet? In any
okay.
packet? Yes?
Yeah.
So we're somehow, you can see we're somehow shuffling, yeah? And finally, to finish the ritual, we need to deal, the 1 card on top of each packet.
3.
Perfect. That's it. So the ritual is just completed. How do you feel?
I don't know yet.
Well, you know, the thing is that there's no pattern, there's no math. You could just go decide where to put, where to go. And believe it or not, you just got the best cards you can have to win an any poker game, which are the kings. Well,
Kings?
I mean, the kings are the highest values, 13.
Fair,
but if it's for you the aces, we can do it with the aces.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
Can you please do a snap for me? The snap doesn't make anything, but because the ritual is stuck. But I like you follow it. So believe it or not, after this lucky ritual, you have been able to find for you not only 1, 2, 3, and the 4 aces. So congratulations, you are now the luckiest person in the world.
Amazing.
So for the first effect, the aces, first we need to have, of course, the aces ready somewhere in the deck. In this case, the aces must be ready on the top of the deck, like this. Yeah?
Okay.
So this will be the initial position in the beginning, but for this, we're gonna add an extra card.
Okay.
Yeah? Later we will see why it's important, this card. But something I like to do as a magician is always create a contrast in the beginning. So I start to build up the impossibility because I want to answer questions that people is gonna personally ask to themselves when the trick is done, because they will be like, okay, how he got the aces on the top? Maybe he got the aces here and so on. So, or maybe he thinks it's the way I caught or something like this. So all the things I'll be answering in these future questions are gonna be represented here physically. And one of the first things I like to do, as I said, is to build impossibility. So in case somebody thinks it's just casual as mathematics, they will see or have a previous image to contrast with the end.
Uh-huh.
And to do that, for example, as you may notice, I do like, look, let's see how am I lucky, personally speaking, like normally, without doing the ritual. So I cut myself 4 piles, random piles, yeah? Remember, the aces, the top packet is here, yeah? This will be important. And this card will be the one that will allow me to create this, let's say, not as lucky image.
Okay.
So I'm revealing these 4 random cards that, of course, normally they will not be as good. In the performance, they were great, kind of good.
Yeah.
So you can play with the expectations, and if you get something good, you can, you know, see like, oh, you see, and I'm kind of lucky, but always you have to downplay it because we need to build a kicking moment where we get like the best cards, which are the aces.
Okay.
Right? So like this, what I'm doing is building the impossibility that this that if somebody's thinking that this is casualty, this is eliminated because I'm already giving you the first part of the contrast that's going to be completed once we finish the effect. So now I showed you how to do, and additionally I condition your behavior. So whenever I do this, you will try to replicate what I did instead of doing 4 random packets in different places. So I'm already conditioning you, so I will not need to direct you as much.
Okay.
So I'm coming back again, and nothing has changed. The aces are still on the top, and maybe for explanation purposes we can leave it now face up, and we start like this. Also, an additional detail is that when I collected if you want to do it exactly like me, when I collected the packets, I do it in kind of like a messy way, and I leave it like this because I want, with these visual details, to give the impression that nothing is stacked or prepared. Because if I give you the deck like this, well squared and so on, the chances for you to think that something is set up are maybe higher. So all the elements on all the things that I'm gonna be showing you are not for free and have a psychological purpose. In this case, it's conditioning you that this, you know, I don't care, I just show you the initial result, that later we will see how it concludes. Something else that I'm gonna ask you here is you to take control, so I'm not touching the deck. And this is something that I'm always try to reinforce through talking. Like, I want you please to take the deck, and I'm gonna be touching. So all these ideas will be in their mind, so whenever he tries to rebuild the effect back, it will be harder because then he will like, no, but he didn't touch the deck. So all these things are contributing to make the effect bigger and stronger.
Okay.
So here, since you know what to do, I'm gonna ask you please to square the deck.
Okay.
And now make 4 piles as I did. And keep in mind, look, I'm doing the same as I did, so without much instructions, you're doing exactly what I expect you to do. What I want you to avoid is doing like, okay, maybe this and so on. So that's why now, by doing this, I know that you're gonna follow.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So
You're gonna do the 4 piles.
This.
Okay. So remember, you have the aces. Oh, I turned them face up. Well, they should be now. I face down. Now they should be facing up here. Perfect. So the aces are here, and we introduced this premise as an excuse to make all this procedure. Otherwise, it will look like mathematical. And even though it could be mathematical, even though we put a premise on it, I'm gonna show you what I was doing to make it perceived as random or that you were doing what you wanted. But now we need to go for the method, like for you to understand what we're gonna do with each packet. So the first one, I'm gonna ask you exactly what you have to do. So you get the first packet.
Yes.
And I'm asking you, because the first one, we're gonna get the top card and delete to the bottom. Yeah, and then the rest on the top of each packet. Yeah?
Yes. I remember.
What we're doing now, yes, leave it there, is not only condition the spectator to don't go out of the script and know exactly what it's coming next without us giving much instructions, directing you much. And what we're doing is accumulating cards that we'll see later will be important, so it will get the aces right where we want. So now we're gonna go for the second packet.
And it was like...
And also the presentation played a role because I'm like, guess what's gonna happen? So we make it like funnier and not as monotone and so on. So I'm gonna direct you still, like go and deal 2 cards. Because it's the second packet. In case somebody in their mind is asking, why do I have to deal 2 instead of 3? It's because the ritual and because it's the second packet. So we are already answering all these potential questions. And then we finish by dealing cards on top of each packet. Yeah? So now, psychologically speaking, the spectator knows what to expect for the third and the fourth. So I don't need to direct as much, and I'm gonna take this into my advantage to try to create some of the chaos in his mind on how we do things, because it is possible that somebody think that, oh, this is just mathematics. You go 1, 2, 3, and I want to cancel this idea. And for that, what I'm gonna do is the following. So guess what's gonna happen? 3.
Car?
Yeah, we're gonna 1, 2, oh, but I don't want you to think that this is a mathematical method or something like this. So maybe the third card, you can lose it in the middle if you want, or not. So we want to create this ambiguity, and we make them think or get them go away from the idea that they're following the same procedure all the time. So here I'm giving you the freedom if you want or not, and then you do it. You go.
I got so confused during the trick.
Yeah, that's good. That is creating all this chaos in their mind, and they have the feeling that they decided and they changed, or they did not follow the ritual or the pattern as it should. So now we deal 1 card on top of each packet. That, by the way, good that you pointed out, because I forgot almost in the performance.
Yeah, I was so into the trick, and I was like,
Okay, and now we already started to build this chaos, and we're gonna remember again what we're gonna do. But here, since we have 4, I like to also add an extra layer and say like, oh, maybe instead of 1 by 1, take 2 if you want, and lose them in the middle, or So I'm trying to create all the time this. And for the last one, to create an extra layer, I say like, oh, by the way, take maybe the last one, and do you want to lose it somewhere differently?
Which I did.
Yeah, and you were, and I saw your face like, can I? So I want to fulfill this this feeling of like, I want to do whatever I want. So I invite you to do that.
And I did it like this, I think.
Yeah, and I normally give it here because, let's say we are not increasing the chances to get some messy chaos here, because here it's very important to don't mess it up. So I'm only giving you, let's say, the most freedom by the last one, because you already know how to go and so on. And it's important that we keep this freedom frames very well set. Otherwise, it could go wrong and then you have to improvise and so on. And here you haven't finished yet is when you finish the ritual by saying, and now you deal 1 on top of each packet. Yeah. And guess what happened? Yeah, you just finished. And you're already set to make the big reveal. But here I want to add an extra layer of chaos. And what I'm gonna do is to, believe it or not, force you to say the aces. Amigo! And because I'm talking about that with this lucky ritual, you can get the best cards you can have at a poker game, which for poker experts or people who play poker should be the king. Let's say it's the king because it has the highest value, it's 13. The aces is more for the let's say the normal audiences that we know the aces, they win a lot and they're very valuable, but still we can just play around with this ambiguity that there's 13 points, ace is only 1. So here I'm telling you, this you can get the best poker cards you can have to win, which are the aces. Everybody normally says the aces, and you say the kings. The moment they're about to say aces, you say kings, and they're like, oh, what?
I was so confused.
That's the thing, and then I justify why I say the kings. And here's when I be like, okay, but the lucky cards for you are the aces? Okay, so if you want, we can go with the aces. And they're like, oh,
wait, what?
This was supposed to be with the kings, but I want the aces, and that's what we created. And all this just sets the perfect scenario for us to say that doesn't matter how you do it, you always will be as lucky to get the best cards you can have, which are the aces here. So this is how it's done, and hopefully you will not be as disappointed to know the secret.
No, it was like fantastical anyway. So.
Because this is the extra layers you can add to make something that is kind of mechanical, kind of self-working, to make it something like a real magic or something that could feel magic, because it's hard to track it back. All the details and psychological subtleties I provided are working to, let's say, create a shield around the secret that will be super hard to get back. Okay. So this is how it's done. I hope you like it. And I hope you will like it at home and practice it. It's very important you practice all this, especially the psychology and the presentation part, which is, as you could see, very important and key for making the trick successful. So that was the tutorial. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And if so, please don't forget to give me a like. This will help me a lot. And if you like this type of tutorials, consider subscribing. as I'll be uploading many of them in the future that I'm sure you will like and be interested in. If you have any doubts or comments about it, please don't forget to use the comment section, as I would like to hear your feedback and also assist you throughout your learning process. And now, if you want to keep learning with me, I'm letting you hear these super cool tutorials that I'm sure you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial till the end, and I hope to see you in the next one.